Warning, the following contains spoilers. Watch at your own risk. Oh, just kidding.
The Empire anticipated your resistance, which is why they sent me. I am Conquest, and I am your last chance to fulfill your duty.
Invincible Season 3, Episode 7 has introduced a new Viltrumite villain known as Conquest.
I am Conquest.
And here is who he is, based on the Invincible comics, explained. The arrival of Conquest has been one of the most highly anticipated parts of Amazon Prime Video's Invincible since the very beginning, with the notorious villain's battle with Invincible being one of the most memorable parts of the comics. Conquest's role in Invincible Season 3, Episode 7, sets up an exciting battle between him and Mark Grayson in the Season 3 finale, and here's what the character will be up to. Invincible Season 3, Episode 7 was one of the most anticipated episodes of the season, with it featuring the beloved Invincible War storyline. In the episode and the comic book storyline, Angstrom Levy returns, bringing with him an army of evil Mark Grayson variants from different universes. These evil Invincibles destroy the majority of Earth, killing many key Invincible characters in the process. The battle between the heroes of Earth and the evil Invincibles span multiple days, and while Mark thinks he is done when they are defeated, things only get worse upon Conquest's arrival. Why Conquest comes to Earth in Invincible Season 3.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
It is related to Mark's Viltrum Empire task. After the incident with Mark and Nolan on Thraxa, Mark was named Nolan's replacement by the Viltrum Empire. This means that he was supposed to prepare Earth for the arrival of the Viltrumites, allowing the planet to be taken over and absorbed into the Empire. In Season 2, Anissa came to Earth to do a progress check on Mark. Upon her arrival, she came to see that Mark was not preparing Earth at all. She gave Mark another warning, telling him that Conquest will come next. For the Viltrum Empire, Conquest is the bad cop to Anissa's good cop. Conquest is also on Earth in order to check on Mark, although he is unsurprised to find that Mark has not made any progress on preparing Earth for takeover. In the Invincible comics, Conquest informs Mark that he is being replaced by the Viltrum Empire, and that if he resists, he will die. Conquest also explains that he is the second strongest Viltrumite, with him being sent by the Empire as an enforcer. Conquest has never failed to take over a planet, with this intimidating fact making his fight with Mark much scarier. Unluckily for Conquest, Mark is looking for a way to let his anger out. Although Mark is still recovering from the Invincible War at the time of Conquest's arrival, much of his strength is back. Conquest is an outlet for Mark, as he is one of the few characters who Mark can punch as hard as he can. The duo's battle is a punishment for Mark going against the Viltrum Empire, and Invincible Season 3, Episode 8 will have to recapture the epic scale that is featured in Conquest and Mark's fight in the Invincible comics, Conquest's backstory. Before Invincible explained, he survived the Scourge virus. Conquest is one of the oldest Viltrumites in the Invincible comics, explaining his elderly appearance despite the Viltrumite's aging process. Conquest was around for the outbreak of the Scourge virus, a disease that was capable of killing Viltrumites. The Scourge virus decimated the Empire, leaving less than 50 pure-blooded Viltrumites in the universe. Conquest is one of these Viltrumites, with him somehow being able to fight off the Scourge virus. Although he was alive, the Scourge virus did weaken Conquest, with him having to nurse himself back to health. Sometime after surviving the Scourge virus, Conquest discovered another one of Invincible's Viltrumite weaknesses, the Ragnar. The Ragnar are an alien species from a planet where the gravity is incredibly dense, making them stronger than the Viltrumites. Conquest was attacked by the Ragnar, with them severely disfiguring him. Conquest lost his eye, had his face scarred, and lost his arm. Conquest's arm was eventually replaced with a cybernetic arm, one that is seen when the character arrives in Invincible Season 3, Episode 7, How Strong Conquest is Compared to Omni-Man and Other Viltrumites. Is he the strongest Viltrumite? Conquest is one of the strongest characters in the Invincible comics, with this being a key reason as to why he is such a threat. Of the remaining Viltrumites, Conquest is one of the strongest, with this being why the Viltrum Empire utilizes him so much. Conquest could beat Omni-Man or most other Viltrumites in a fight, with Mark only being able to defeat Conquest due to his rage and the help from his superhero friends. Conquest is a major threat when compared to other Viltrumites, making his upcoming fight with Mark incredibly exciting. However, Conquest isn't the strongest Viltrumite. This honor belongs to Grand Regent Thrag, the main villain of the Invincible comics. Thrag is the head of the Viltrum Empire, with Conquest being one of his right-hand men. So, while Conquest is high up there when it comes to ranking the strength of every Invincible character, there is at least one character that remains above him, Conquest's role. In the Invincible comics explained, what happens after his fight with Mark? Conquest's fight with Mark Grayson is the first big role he has in the Invincible story, but it isn't the last. By the end of the fight, Mark defeats Conquest, although it does put Mark in a coma. After he wakes up, Mark is able to see Conquest's body, believing that he is dead. However, it is eventually revealed that Cecil made a duplicate of Conquest's body. Instead, the real Conquest is still alive, with him being held in a GDA facility under the desert. Conquest eventually breaks out, with him flying back into space. Upon returning to the Viltrum Empire, Conquest reports on his failure to Thrag. Thrag tells him that he must continue to fight for the Empire in order to make up for it, with him being tasked with killing Mark, Nolan, and the other traitors. Conquest doesn't come back until the Viltrumite War storyline, with him fighting against the coalition of planets' forces during the battle. At one point during the Viltrumite War, Mark manages to suffocate Conquest, killing him for good. Although Conquest doesn't have a major impact on the overarching story of Invincible, his battles make him one of the coolest Viltrumite villains. Thanks for watching.